Well, just to put into perspective exactly the miracles that Scotland pulled off, they got Craig Burley to tweet a picture with Stevie Nicol, and yes, he is smiling. Look at that. He's smiling, and it got everybody weighing in on it. Someone say, what the hell is wrong with Craig's face? Somebody call a doctor. Because that's true. We definitely haven't seen a smile that genuine from Craig probably since 1998, that World Cup. All right. Well, here he is, our other favorite Scotsman, Don Hutchison, who I'm sure has dusted off his kilt, his tartan scarf, and cannot wait to celebrate with the boys. Don, of course, put into perspective just how wonderful of a moment this is for Scotland and Steve Clarke.
It's amazing for him, obviously, but it's amazing for the fans, I think, who's went through a lot of years of hurt. 28 years. He talked about missing out as a player. I missed out twice. We lost against Holland in a playoff final. We missed out against England in a playoff final as well. So a lot of pain along the way. I think you saw it, in the celebrations, in Andy Robertson's interview after the game when he mentioned Diogo Jota, and he said he couldn't get him out of his head. He was thinking about him all day and all night, and the emotions are raw, but the boys have done it. It was a crazy game to watch. It was like if you want to analyse the game, it was bonkers because Denmark should never have been down to 10 men. It was a ludicrous sending off. And even when they were down to 10, Scotland had 11. They pumped us, really, in terms of the performance. But I've never seen a night where Scotland have scored 3 absolute belters. 3 of the best goals you'll ever see in one game. And take your pick, whether it's McTominay's overhead kick or Kieran Tierney's edge of the box or Kenny McLean from the halfway line. But what a job they've done. To try and take it into the last game. Belarus done us a favour midweek a few days ago. But what a performance, what a night. And, America better get ready because the Tartan Army are coming.
Oh, they are coming, and they will be full of song and bagpipes and kilts, and we cannot wait for it. But just one quick thing too, Don, because of course the boys on the show were talking about it, and I felt like they were caught in between celebrating the moment, but also from an analytic standpoint, not loving the fact that Scotland haven't been playing the best of football. And that's what you want to know when you're going to your first World Cup in so long. Where do you stand in that?
No, I stand on just get there. It's obviously nice to play well, but if you're Scotland, who cares? I've just said there, they got pumped really when it was 10 versus 11. Who really cares? Who honestly cares if you're a Scotland fan or if you're a team that hasn't made it and you've played really good football and you've excited along the way, but you've not made it to the World Cup? You're devastated. So the bigger picture is, forget how they've played just for now. Enjoy the moment. As Steve Clarke said there, and he's going to enjoy the next 3 months until the draw's made, until they'll actually get to the World Cup in America, find out who the opposition is. Craig was lucky enough to play against the Brazils, bring on them, and just absolutely have a blast in the tournament because they've done it. Who honestly cares? And if you want to try and go down that route of how they've played or any tactical analysis, fair play if you want to go down that route. I'm all just the route of qualifying is the most important thing.
Qualifying is the most important thing. Don't we all know that?
We'll take your word for it.
We'll take your word for it, Don.
If you say so, Don. If you say so. I would say that down that same path and down that same narrative, I would just mention that in watching the images from Hampden Park, as the game started, as the game was going on, as the emotions were going all over the place, and you're seeing the environment in that stadium, and then the celebrations that come after the third and, of course, the fourth goal, that provided me with a healthy amount of jealousy.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
I cannot wait, and I am hopeful that before I'm done in this world, I'm going to have the opportunity to have that same feeling about my country, because the emotions of going to a World Cup, Shaka knows what that feels like. The emotions of going to a World Cup or even seeing your team or your national team going to a World Cup, you've experienced that with Jamaica. I haven't experienced any of it. Not as a player, not as a fan, never, ever. And I just want to have that moment. Call me selfish, if you will. But you see those emotions at Hampden Park and you go, man, I wish I was there. I wish I was there. I have no connection to Scotland whatsoever. If you want to call,
feel it.
If you want to call my connection to Scotland, Craig Burley, That's not a connection
Could
at
be
all.
Stevie Nicol.
Well, yes, I'll take
And you're
Stevie.
kind of in tartan vibes today, Alan. Did you plan that?
I was feeling
Love
it.
that.
But I'm watching as the game is going on, and you are feeling it at home.
Yes.
And again, I have no connection to Scotland whatsoever. And I was thinking, man, this is something special. And they scored a goal, and the proclaimers or whoever it was singing, and I'm like, yes, I'm walking 500 miles. Yes.
Scotland the Brave.
Again, it was a tremendous night to be a Scottish fan, and certainly not as good to be a Danish fan. But if you're a Scottish fan in Hampden Park, you were feeling that because I was feeling it from 1,000 miles away.